What's up, guys? Back with another movie review. Today I'm talking about another one from one of my favorite DVD and Blu-ray labels, Code Red DVD, and this one is Caged Men, and this is number 77 in the Code Red Blu-ray collection. So this movie is about kind of a naive, gullible guy who gets bamboozled into cooperating in a bank robbery because he wants to impress this girl who's dating the guy who kind of organized the whole thing. And so he goes along with it just because he wants to, get some brownie points with her, but he's kind of a dumb guy. The robbery goes off okay. He ends up being the getaway driver. Everything is going pretty smoothly on the getaway until he comes across some kids crossing the road. He doesn't want to run them over, so he slows down and veers out of the way. This does not go over well with his fellow robbers who wanted him just to smush the kids to get out of there faster. So they kick him out of the moving car. He's driving, but they kick him out, so he rolls out. The kids are like running up to him like he's Jesus. It's kind of a funny scene. And they're like, "Hey, mister, did your friends hurt you?" So anyway, the cops end up finding the rest of the heist crew in the car. There's a big shootout. Car sinks to the bottom. Money sinks to the bottom. And case closed, right? That doesn't really happen. Dumb guy goes back to the girl, tries to play off like everything went okay and that he has the money. She finds out that he's lying, and so she turns him into the police and he goes to prison. And that's where the rest of the movie takes place, is with him trying to survive in prison. This movie hits a lot of the usual prison cliches, but it also kind of goes about them in a unusual, kind of a little bit fresh ways. This movie has some funny things, and it has Abdullah the Butcher, who is a famous wrestler. He's in here. This is from 1971, so he's pretty young here. This movie also has the kingpin of the prison is a cruel midget, which is really awesome, I think. And then another thing that's kind of interesting is that it does, in fact, have a lot of kind of the whole point here is that he's trying to avoid being turned gay. A lot of the people in the prison are very predatory. And the movie doesn't, it's not an anti-gay movie by any means. It takes great pains to kind of explain that, like, in this prison situation, homosexuality is not about morals or ethics or even sexual preference. It's an issue of power, and it's an issue of domination, and just as a sign of dominance. So, but it is him trying to resist being turned gay. There are some people in the prison who were turned gay because of being raped and being assaulted, or at least that's the way the movie presents it. There is a rape scene in it. It's non-graphic, but on the upside, it is presented with a prison bluegrass soundtrack, which is ridiculous. I don't know how many rape scenes have a prison bluegrass soundtrack, but there's one here. So the movie is it's a little bit mean-spirited. It's very very sexual. It doesn't have a lot of nudity in it, but it does have a prison shower scene that has some extended full frontal male nudity and some naked man ass. So if you're offended by the beauties of the male form, you might be offended there. But otherwise, it's pretty restrained in that respect. It is a little bit violent, but not too much blood. A little bit, but not much. It is that like super bright red, almost like paint blood, which I love, but I know some people don't care for. I liked a lot about this movie. I liked the kind of offbeat touches. I liked Abdul the Butcher. I love the midget prison kingpin. There's some really quirky dialogue in it. The only girl in the movie pretty much is a real like loudmouth brat. She was kind of fun, and it does have a satisfying ending, I think, considering everything else that happened in the movie. So if you like prison movies, if you like just kind of quirky Canadian tax shelter movies, Caged Men is definitely one to check out. The Blu-ray from Code Red has a new 2K scan. It looks really nice. Like, I was pretty impressed by how clean and clear it was. Detail was really strong. You can definitely tell that it's a movie from the 70s, but I think they did a really great job with it. Much better than I think most people would have probably expected for a movie like Caged Men. Then it's also got a segment with Maria, and I think a trailer, right? Yeah, in the original trailer. It's not a packed disc, but it's a solid disc, and it looks good is the most important thing for me with any of these releases. So I think Code Red did a pretty solid job with this. And again, it's not the sleaziest or the most violent prison movie, but I think it's got enough oddball moments, to kind of make it worth checking out. And if you're gonna check it out, definitely check it out from Code Red. Again, that's number 77 in the Code Red Blu-ray collection. If you want to read a full write-up of not of Code Red, but I do have a lot of Code Red reviews on the website. But if you want to read a full write-up of Caged Men, you can check that out on my website, markfusion.com. I do new reviews there every single day, 7 days a week. Just over the last 2 days, when I'm making this video, I've uploaded 13 new movie reviews to the site. So there's new content there every single day. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, and Patreon at MarkFusion. Check those out. And if you really like these videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you drop a sub. It's free, easy, direct way to support me and help me to continue to make content and to seek out all these crazy foreign prison movies, including from the rugged lands of Canada. So thank you so much for watching this review. I do greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.